There you go. So he's running up the wall and he gets to the top. This is in our school, right? And I can't speak for everyone else's school and everyone else's tradition and all that sort of thing. I can only speak for what we're doing here, okay? In our school, ninja are samurai. It is that simple. Samurai, I know they say samurai means one who serves. There are many different kinds of samurai, okay? A ninja is a samurai spy. So when we talk about samurai, there are samurai that never went to war. So let's not bullshit everybody and think every samurai went to war. Some samurai were just straight up bureaucrats. They were born into a samurai family. They wore the swords and all that kind of stuff, but they were more of a political, their job was political. Their job wasn't going on the battlefield. When we look at samurai, I want you guys to think of, here's samurai. We have bushi samurai, and bushi samurai are the soldiers that are doing conventional warfare, right? So they are the ones like swords and spears and archery and horsemanship and all that kind of stuff. So they have conventional warfare skills as bushi samurai. Shinobi samurai, or shinobi, are unconventional samurai. They do unconventional warfare, spying, espionage, assassination, that covert tactics. That's what their job is. If you guys want to think of it in another way, you have people who are in the Navy, right? And you have Navy SEALs. You have Army, and you have Green Beret, right? We have the Marines, and we got recon units and snipers. Every branch of military has this capability of being able to gather information using stealth. Japanese warfare absolutely was not any different. Here, as I step back, I check the hand, the right goes to the outward, I kick into the groin, the punch is going right into the throat. That right there, or he comes in with that punch, and I step back here, and I come in, I still have the same idea of what I'm doing. The principle stays the same, okay? Bang! I'm gonna step across, position, Akura. I'm gonna make it bite it, pop, grab, bang, drag him down, got this arm locked as I push the palm down. As I pin the arm, I'm coming across, thumb down, right? Grabbing. As I extend the arm, I bump the knee, and I come down, and I'm coming at the lock and the choke at the same time. Grabbing the elbow. Now as he turns his shoulder this way to throw the punch in the head, see that opening up? He moved that body. Go back. As he does that again, I pull through, and I'm going to use that circular motion right in here to get this lock. Boom. Round. 10. Pop. Boom. I got a shot here. One. Pop. Coming around here. See, he went that way. Well, I'm going to come this way. Pulls me in. He comes in. I slide back, and that's where his leg is, and I come sliding it back. So make sure we inhale up. Exhale down. Toe to heel. Inhale up. Exhale down. Toe to heel. You pull, and when you do this hand pushes here to expose one airway, and I pull, and I cut the other airway this way, right? If you don't learn how to be a warrior, if you don't learn the warrior arts, just learning stealth, you lose the essence of it. It's like someone just trying to walk around without making a sound. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like the mimes or whatever on the road, or, you know, they can walk around and be silent. People who do hunting and tracking, they can walk around and be silent, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's ninjutsu, right? Because there's more to it than just being silent. Being silent is an aspect. It's not the art, right? The things that you should be asking yourself, right? The big key with, I think everyone who studies martial arts needs to find balance with themselves. That is the big key, balance with themselves. We all have likes and dislikes. We all have things that we want in life. We all have things that we want to pursue, but you have to have balance with everything, right? But before you can have balance, the first thing that you have to address, before you can get the balance, is you have to be able to understand the conscious and the unconscious mind, right? So now you can argue that there's the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious. And the subconscious is not the same thing as the unconscious. They're not. You have conscious, unconscious, subconscious, right? We're going to talk about these 7 questions. Now, these 7 questions are stemmed from these 7 points in your body called chakra. Chakra are little balls of energy that you have that go like, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad, sometimes we feel angry, sometimes we feel anxious, sometimes we get really nervous because one thing didn't go exactly the way we wanted, sometimes we feel ashamed because we did something. And the key to martial arts is to make sure that we have balance. And if we can find balance, we then can find control, right? Because that balance that's where you find peace. Peace is when everything is in balance.
right? The whole idea is to focus on survival. What do you need to do to survive? All of us live in a different world. It focuses on survival. But that chakra focuses on pleasure, but it's blocked by guilt. So this area of the body, you want to make sure that you can accept it. The first thing with meditation is to accept who you are. Accept this chakra, it focuses on wisdom, but it is blocked by shame. What are you ashamed of? What have you done that you're ashamed of, that you haven't accepted? Now, everyone kind of gets grief and shame and guilt and all these kinds of things mixed up. Grief is when you feel pain from love. You're grieving. There's a loss. You grieve when someone dies. You grieve when you broke up with someone that you love and they've left you. There's grief there. There's a grieving process, right? So it's located in the throat. Its focus is on truth, and it's blocked by lies, particularly the ones that you tell yourself. What is the image you have to the image that everybody else has? What is it that you think you can do that maybe you can't do? What truly is your skill set? Catch what I mean? Yeah, that's why the old samurai code is know thyself. When you're we're gonna show you guys how to get out of someone tying your wrist. This is gonna work whether it's gonna be duct tape or a zip tie, okay? When you do it, put your wrist together. When someone's tying your wrist, you need to be proactive. So we've talked about evasion, right? Let's talk about evasion after they've tied your fucking ass up. Don't you think it'd be a good idea? Right. It's up. Up the rope. Drops. Temple here, I push it off. He got hit. There ain't no way around. His ass ain't gutted.